double mixing live on 2 platforms. Stop playing with us.
Yeah, we're gonna see how this works today.
Hey y'all, hey.
We're back.
It's been months, hours and hours.
Yes. Come on in, come on in.
Get in here, let's talk. Get in here, let's talk.
A better way to get started with Negroni week than with some tequila.
Yes.
Yes, what's up? We miss y'all too. Hey, Bob, I saw your message. I meant to text you back.
Oh, yes, Bob. Bob, people be moving and shaking. Definitely texting you back tonight.
We are going to be in Charlotte this weekend, but only for a hot minute.
Yeah.
We may not have time to come and see you, Bob, but
Well, the event starts at 3, so we might have some, depends on what you're doing that evening.
we shall see.
He said, yes, please, ma'am.
We shall see. Yes, it's good to be back. We've been doing a whole lot all over.
Working,
Yes.
traveling,
Yes. Traveling.
Drinking.
Yes.
all the things.
But I need a drink in my hand right now. This is Negroni week. Oh, Negroni week, baby. We are going to make some different riffs on Negronis.
Yes.
Campari is so good. They always send us little swag and stuff all the time. So
Activities.
things
Yeah.
to do. I guess it said this in 2019. And it's 3 different dye and it has different options. So we're going to be making different variations of a Negroni today. Girl, I can't read that. Can you see that, girl?
Yes, it says, welcome back from your level up trip.
Thanks, Charleston Cocktail Fest.
If you guys don't know, Charleston Cocktail Fest is happening October 4th
Yes.
at the Hand in Hand Amphitheater. You guys go out there. There's going to be a lot of our faves out there. Call Me Tipsy is going to be out there. Saquon is going to be out there, and lots more. And if you guys are interested in that event, because we're going to slide out there as well.
Yeah.
Charleston Cocktail Week is October 4th. So, what is that? Listen, less than 2 weeks. Well, next weekend.
Yes, next weekend.
Next weekend.
Thanks for the hearts.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to roll the dice to see what kind of Negroni I am.
Well, before she roll the dice,
Okay.
we're going to talk about what a Negroni is, the classic Negroni.
Yes.
So a classic Negroni is equal parts gin, vermouth, and Campari.
Yes, you cannot make a Negroni without Campari.
Right. There
Okay.
we go.
So on the die, they give us different options. Campari is its own die and it has Campari on all sides.
Because it's always going to be Campari if it's a Negroni.
You gotta have that. And then they give you options between gin, rum, bourbon, rye, bubbles, and tequila, of course. And the other die,
Is going to be dry vermouth, white vermouth, Bianco vermouth, sweet vermouth.
okay?
Yeah, those are all the dice.
And I mean, Negronis go even deeper than this. You know,
Yeah.
so you get mezcal involved, but this is a good way to mix up the bag and kind of figure out which way you like to Negroni. So I'm gonna go first. And your girl is thirsty. It is Thursday night. Oh my god.
Thursday.
Yes.
Let's log it.
So I got bubbles, of course.
Of course, see?
Bubbles, Bianco vermouth, and of course, Campari.
So how are you going to do that?
I am going to use one of our lovely mixing glasses, and I am going to start with Campari.
Smart.
And we love us some Campari over here.
Ooh.
And I'm going to do an ounce of each. Like Tanika says, it's equal parts. So it can be a half ounce of each, an ounce of each, ounce and a half of each. I would recommend that. But as long as it's equal parts, you'll be good to go as far as it being balanced and properly measured out with all the ingredients. So 1 ounce of Campari. And then I'm going to get some of that Bianco vermouth. And Bianco is just another word, a way of saying white vermouth. It's usually going to be on the lighter side. Thank you, lovely. And this one is extra dry. And vermouth is aromatized wine. And depending on which house you're working with, it may have more gentian, wormwood, anise, citrus, cardamom. It's gonna all have a different balance of herbs, and this one is gonna be more on the dry side, so it's gonna be less sweet. All right, so I'm gonna get me some of this already prepared block ice. We're gonna use block ice because we don't want a whole lot of dilution inside the cocktail. And then I'm gonna stir this baby. Give it a good stir. And what you're doing is just really incorporating these ingredients together and chilling it down, but you really don't want a whole lot of water in the mixture. And I forgot that we don't have a strainer back here. There you go. Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you. I was just thinking to myself, don't have a strainer, but my friend got one, so that works. Now I'm going to get me another block of ice for the actual cocktail.
And usually you have all the spirits inside of the glass, but because we are incorporating the bubbles, she stirred the two spirits together, so we're not diluting our bubbles, making it flat.
There we go.
May
I have the strainer, please? It's that time. And you guys, we are trying to broadcast on 2 platforms. If you can't hear us, let us know.
Little belts.
And we will speak up a little bit louder, okay? So that's if we sound like we're shouting, that's why. But yeah, there we go. A little bit of that. Look at that color. And that's what we love about Negronis. It's the bright red color.
We might should have made a plastic so you can see how light, more light it is than the original.
And I'm just gonna top this with some bubbles to add it some lift.
You want an orange slice or?
I will do a slice, please. And we're gonna enforce the orange essence that is Campari with a slice of fresh orange. It's gonna give you some aromatics, gonna give some more color for you. We're just gonna drop that guy in there and voila. Scrumptious. It is scrumptious.
So I'm gonna do 2 Negronis. I'm gonna do one with the thing, the actual dice, because you gotta have, to call Negroni a Negroni, it has to be Campari. That is the thing, it has to be Campari. But I do want to show my friend a riff off of a Negroni style cocktail that we're gonna name something different because it doesn't use Campari in it, but we're gonna get into this first.
And the great thing about Negroni Week is restaurants get to sign up for Negroni Week, and then they donate like a portion of the proceeds from the cocktails to a nonprofit of their choice. So it's a way to be able to have a cocktail and then also donate to a nonprofit of that you're in alignment with.
Yes. So my cocktail is Campari, sweet vermouth, and bourbon.
Bourbon.
All right. Mm-hmm. Do we have sweet vermouth down here?
Yes, we do. It's in the fridge.
In the fridge. And some bourbon. Is there some bourbon over there?
Yes, there should be some Walter Convention.
Oh, it is. Perfect.
You want to keep your vermouth in the fridge. You want to chill it down. So once you open that bad boy up, put it in your refrigerator with your other wines.
Because it will go bad.
It will go bad. People are like, oh, I don't like Negronis. Oh, they're bad. It's maybe your vermouth has spoiled. And you need to get a fresh bottle of vermouth.
So I'm going to do 1 ounce, which I'm a little scared, but I'm going to do 1 ounce of the Wild Turkey Bourbon 101. Jesus.
101 means that it is 101 proof. Hey, Faye!
Hey!
Do you like Negronis, Faye? Do you drink Negronis, boo?
Sweet vermouth. I'm going to do 1 ounce of that as well.
And hey to all our TikTok people. We're just getting new on TikTok, so, you know, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Isn't Johnny killing it on TikTok, though? I think that's her platform, for real. She's killing it.
I'm really enjoying. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time.
And then what else? Campari.
Got to have the Campari, friend.
Yes.
And Campari is a bitter orange liqueur. It is a staple in Italy. When Sneak and I went to Italy in 2018 with the Italian Trade Commission, Campari, all these bitter liqueurs were what our focus was. And we got to really dive deep into Italian drinking culture. It's really fascinating.
There's some in the ice bucket.
What you thinking?
Some ice, some small ones.
Yes.
I want small ice cubes for this because this is a lot of booze, and I want more dilution.
Yes. What you mean?
A scoop.
Oh, a scoop. Yes, because we have an ice machine, and we have block ice, and we have cylinder ice, because you never know what you're going to need here here in the Cocktail Bandit studio.
Okay, y'all. Woo. Back.
And that's a choice. She wants hers to be a little bit more diluted. That's fine. If people see moving a little bit more,
it's more alcohol forward than the bubbles cocktail. So I want to stir it a little longer so it can get more dilution, more mixing, more incorporation. All of it.
And you can look at it now and see that this one is darker than mine is, because she has that sweet vermouth. And we're using Cinzano, but you can also use Martini Rossi. Is another great one. That's what we use for my extra dry vermouth. If you have a local Amari, well, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah.
Just get you some quality vermouth, aromatized wine.
Okay.
Look at the color; it looks great.
Have my orange peel. Just squeeze in some of those.
I wish we had a camera because you can actually see the essence like expressed into the cocktail.
There you go.
Yeah. Cheers.
Let me taste this bourbon. And most people don't know that a bourbon Campari vermouth cocktail is called a Boulevardier.
There we go.
So it is a riff on a Campari, but it does have its own name, Boulevardier.
Yes, if you look at the Campari family tree, they have all the different derivatives of how you can have a riff on a Negroni.
Mm-hmm.
A Rosita, Boulevardier is one, Old Pal is another one. It's fantastic. Oh, girl, I can't read. I can't see my eyes.
It says, sit mine on the porch. On the way. All right, boo. Faye. Girl, it's my bourbon me. Girl, that thing is stuffed.
It's not bad though.
It's not bad. It's a balanced cocktail, but the bubbles, more for the day. This is a nightcap.
Definitely a nightcap. And it's gonna loosen up as the ice dilutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we like that using that block ice, because it's gonna be a longer drink for you, and it's gonna kind of open up, and the aromatics gonna
Z-Way. And speaking of Campari, our USBG with our president right here, Johnny, they did a day of service last Monday. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes, thank you for the segue on that. We did do a day of service. Day of service is when all over the country, bartenders who are members of the USBG do some type of community service activity in their local community. We partner with the Low Country Food Bank to do a community service effort, and we organize a bunch of after-school snack packs for kids in our local area. Yes, and it felt so good doing it. We packed up like some little fruits, some snacks, granola. It was actually really good, healthy stuff, like a little tuna and cracker setup. So,
and do you remember how many?
Oh my gosh,
it was like over 100.
It was so
it's probably like
many.
over 200.
We did
in 2 hours.
Yes, in 2 hours we put together
160.
Don't give me the line.
I saw. Yes.
I don't
quite
remember, but it was a lot. It was a lot. We were cranking them out. It was a very well organized machine. So I definitely look forward to going back to the Low Country Food Bank and working with them again, because they definitely are serving our community in a really large way, especially when you get back to the kids. With all that's going on in the administration, cutting back on free lunch and stuff, to be able to provide these kids with snacks for their after school programs is really, really important for the community.
Yes. Dopeness.
Thank you.
So, Ramon says, having a Rosita right now. Okay, Rosita.
Nice.
Okay.
Ramon, you've been on it though.
Yes, and you like you a stiff, bitter drink, Maud.
Yes, it's definitely on the tannic, bitter, spirit forward side. People sometimes are afraid of it because there's no juice, there's no citrus in the cocktail. But we promise you, when you incorporate the vermouth with the Campari in your spirit of choice, it really mellows out and incorporates to a really beautiful cocktail.
Agreed.
And you're gonna make a classic?
I am. No, I'm gonna make a riff.
Oh, a riff.
I'm making a riff off of the classic Negroni. This is not Campari, so sorry, Campari.
It's okay.
But I want to get a little creative, and then when I tasted it, I was like, oh, I gotta bring it to my friend.
We love creativity, and we love a riff on a classic.
Yeah. So since the Negroni mostly is bitter, sweet, and then botanical, that's really the notes that you get from Negroni, I decided to come up with a Negroni riff. And I was going to call it soft Negroni, but I didn't want to call it soft Negroni, so now I call it soft power.
Okay.
Because it's light, but it's powerful.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
So the first thing I want to use is gin. We haven't used gin yet today, and that is the whole premise of a Negroni. So we're going to use our Bulldog gin, also with the Campari group. And we're going to do an ounce of gin. That is just required.
Bulldog is in the Campari portfolio.
Yeah.
That's what she means.
Portfolio. I said that word. Portfolio.
Yes.
Sadio.
Yes, keeping it in the brand family. Thank you for the support, Campari. We love you.
And so I just found out about this delicious bitter, well, it's not even really bitter. I'll say bittersweet liqueur. It's called Italicus.
Mm-hmm.
It is so good.
Yes, it is.
I love it. It smells like Sprite, but it doesn't give off that flavor of Sprite. It gives off like a bitter, but light, soft, round flavor. And I only use a quarter ounce. I don't use a full ounce because I am adding more things.
It's prominent in bergamot, and bergamot
Yes.
is very similar to citrus notes.
Yes, it gives you that light citrus lift.
Mhm.
That's what I'm gonna call it. And then I'm gonna do the white vermouth, a little dry vermouth, and I'm only gonna do 0.5 of this. And you can use Campari and add that, but I'm going to use the Lillet Rosé. I just think this stuff is so delicious, and I'm going to do a quarter ounce of that as well.
Are you splitting your base?
I am.
What does that mean?
That means I'm doing half of one liqueur and half of another, so you can get the flavor notes of both of them, but it's still going to be a balanced, well-measured drink.
We love a split base cocktail. It's a good way to kind of lower your ABV sometimes, so it's not so spirit forward, but it still has those notes in it.
Exactly. And the Italicus is on 20% ABV, and the Lillet is only 17% ABV. I'm going to get some ice. I'll be right back.
And she's going again for the smaller
Yeah.
pebble ice because she's wanting to again incorporate a little bit more dilution to her cocktail. That's a choice.
Yeah, I like both ways, but like when you are using bubbles, it is much easier to use a bigger cube, so you don't need to dilute as much. So do my stir.
And you see the color, it's like a faint pink. You just put people see.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
I'm not. Y'all can't see. I'm sorry.
It's like a faint, like pink hue to it. It's really soft, but it's gorgeous. And this is lighter than like your Rosita. The Rosita is going to be a little bit more prominent, but still in that pale pink.
Got a little small rocks glass up there.
Yes. I know we have some that are actually Campari glasses. I couldn't find them earlier.
We got too much.
We got so much branded things. Like I really want to do a swag
What do
off
we have in this thing?
because I think we have some swag that some of these restaurants don't have. Like we got some really unique, rare stuff, and you know what I'm saying? Like y'all ain't seeing the collection.
I'm gonna look at lemon peel. I'm gonna do some rose.
Oh, how cute! Lovely. That is so cute, so sophisticated. But you're still
Yeah.
getting the Negroni vibes going for a little sippy sip.
Yes. Let me know what you think.
Oh. Oh, the girlies would love this. The girlies would love this.
Soft power.
We is back, Amethyst girl. We back. We miss y'all too.
Bergamot.
Yes, a little bit of bergamot. The bergamot is coming through. It's coming through. The citrus notes are definitely coming through. It's a softer, more floral than it is herbal.
Yes.
Cocktail. Like the
Slight bitter, more citrus,
Yes.
and then the notes from the gin.
I'm even getting like some tea notes, like some tannins
Yeah.
coming through.
I think that's from the rose lemon.
Oh, it's delicious. You guys, you cannot go wrong with your Negroni.
I like this one.
And you can see the different shades.
Mhm.
It can go from really deep, rich, dark red to this very light, faint, one would say high yellow cocktail here.
Light skin.
Light
It's a
skin.
light skin
It's
Negroni.
a light skin Negroni. This is what you would call a dark skin Negroni.
That ain't even a dark skin one. This is a dark skin.
It's more of a red bone.
Yeah.
It's more of a red bone Negroni here. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Faye said you hand me that too. Faye, this is delicious. This is going in our repertoire.
Yes,
okay?
it must.
This is going into our catalog because everybody doesn't want juices and different mixes in their drink. Some people just like a stiff 3-part stirred type cocktail, and Negronis can be a lot for some people. So I think this one is a good alternative, even though it's not a Negroni, but it is the Negroni family.
Yes.
And Ramon said, replace the Lillet and a Vesper with the Italicas. This is to die for. I will try that. I will try that. Because I do like Lillet and the Vesper, but I like the Italicas a lot. And then you can still use olive brine because it still complements. Olives still complement well with the Italicas. So
What's a Vesper?
a Vesper is a cocktail. It's like a play on like the martini.
Okay.
But instead of the martini where you use if you're doing a dry one, you're using dry vermouth, vodka, and like a lemon or whatever. In a Vesper, you use the dry vermouth, vodka, no, the Lillet, the dry vermouth. Listen, I'm about to get confused. Vodka, dry vermouth, and then they like usually garnish it with those onions.
Oh, I love onions.
Those little circle
Those pearl onions.
Yeah,
They're so good. And
that's the Vesper.
It's a whole different profile than your classic martini. So if you're wanting something a little bit more unctuous, I can't even.
Gin, vodka, Lillet.
Gin, vodka, Lillet.
Or gin, vodka, and Lillet. Okay, yes.
Thank you, Ramon. Ramoni, if you're nasty. Thanks for the reference. You know,
But I am going to try that now with the martinis. James Bond.
yes, very. It's a classic for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But this is delicious. I really like that a lot. Make sure if you haven't already ordered a Negroni for Negroni Week, there's still time to order one and be able to benefit and profit here. And just expand your knowledge. I'm surprised how often I will wear, or a black will wear Negroni attire. People will think that they are making a play on Negro.
No, yes. Yes, go ahead.
People will think that, oh, are you like being sassy with your race, talking like having a play on Negro? And it's like, no, I just like Negronis. Negroes do love Negronis now, but I'm not trying to like make a play on words. It's a classic cocktail. So there's always space to educate in the cocktail community on what certain drinks are. Never be afraid to ask, what is that? Don't make an assumption of what it is. Ask what it is.
I am going to say that we got a new follower on our page called Negroni Negro.
Yes. That's me.
That's you?
That's me. And there's a website called Negroni Negros for all the Negroes that love Negronis. Okay? Because we need to educate in this space. And we need to talk about cocktail.
Well, I'm glad there's somebody I know. You know what I'm saying?
From a black perspective. That's right. And Negroes who don't love Negronis. And that's why I did the little play on shades, because Negronis do come in different colors.
This girl is a clown.
So you could ask yourself, how Negro is your Negroni? And you have a light-skinned Negroni or you have a dark-skinned Negroni? These are questions that
That's why she in the language just came out so easy. You're prepared.
I was prepared.
Hilarious.
There's a t-shirt for that. It was funny. My friend Clyde, our friend Clyde, who's in DC, was in our group chat. And he was like, come down to the bar, have a Negroni with a Negro. And I'm like, yes, because you're a Negroni Negro.
And he really is. Dwayne? Oh, Clyde.
Clyde!
Oh, Dwayne too.
Clyde, so this Negroni week, buy a Negro a Negroni. Support a local cause. And also share a cocktail with a Negro.
Y'all, that's hit me today when I saw it.
I am not. The website is live. The t-shirts are available for purchase.
Hey, Faye talking about some, hey, you know I love that, right? Right up my alley. Yes, it is. That is up your alley.
And I told our Capri Plug Amy about this, and she was like, I love it. Can I wear this shirt?
No. Or sure. I don't know.
We're here for it. Oh, there's always a moment to educate.
Oh, God. Charles got something and said, y'all too silly. Listen, I was ready to come here and tackle about that. And it's her.
It is us. It is we. We are the Negroni Negroes as we imbibe right now. Let's also talk about some other news. Did y'all see that Lalo got acquired by Tito's Vodka?
Listen, very excited about it. But did y'all see Johnny's video? Great video, very comprehensive, had all of the details in there and a little bit of her je ne sais quoi.
Yes, and the receipts. The receipts for the receipts.
Yeah, the receipts are there. She's green screening stuff. Hey, we getting up on this new stuff, y'all. Stop playing. Real beverage influencers around here.
But I got some trolling because I refer to myself as an influencer, and somebody told me to shut up in the comments because as an influencer, I don't know what I'm talking about. But that's why I love allyship, because one of our OG followers, Goodbye Fox, came through and checked this person in the comment section and said, you may have issue with the word influencer, but they are beverage professionals. And I ain't have to say nothing.
Clock it.
I ain't have to say nothing.
Clock it.
That's when allyship goes to work. But yes, I was reporting on public information, did a little bit of research.
Ramon said, yeah, I don't know though. Ramon, I know you would say that.
Listen,
Ramon, I know you would say that.
the fear is real. We hope that they won't change the formula. We hope they won't change the marketing strategies. We hope and we pray. But we know the industry. Like I said in the video, I hope that this means more money for them to do marketing, especially with people like us who work in smaller markets, who have been advocating for Lalo since day one. We hope that they're able to do that.
Yeah.
We hope that they increase distribution of the product now that they are aligned with Tito's.
Well, I feel like Tito's needed a little extra something to add to their portfolio anyway.
True.
Tito's is Tito's. I mean, I'm not going to hate on Tito's. It's gotten to the point now where they're synonymous with vodka. People don't even ask for vodka sodas anymore. People are asking for Tito sodas. That's the language of a vodka soda. So I am happy that they're expanding their portfolio, making it a little bit, more diverse. And they do a one thing. Lalo does a one thing. It's kind of like, let's just merge together and make that happen. Mm-hmm. But we'll see. Because we'll see. Give it time. We'll see. But I will say this on like Johnny said, on the collaboration side, Tito's is one of those brands that will partner with influencers, creators, people who are doing events, and they have a budget to really help, these people out. Mm-hmm. So we love Lalo, but again, like she said in the video, they don't have a budget really sometimes to help them promote. And at the end of the day, we're all trying to make a dollar. We are in a 2025 economy.
Okay.
So, it's optimistic for us. And we're always going to support Lalo. I make Lalo margaritas all the time. And it's still a good, affordable price in the bars. It's not crazy. And it's a quality product. So, we'll see.
We will see.
We'll see.
We're going to watch the acquisition. We're going to watch what's going on with Casamigos and Don Julio as well. If you didn't know, they are currently in litigation because they have been accused of using additives in their products, even though they promote themselves to be additive-free products. Mm-hmm. People are saying that they're not using 100% agave in their products, and they've been testing different things. We are on the consumer side. Honestly, we don't consume a lot of Casamigos.
No.
So I can't really attest to whether it changed through my personal experience. When we do drink Don Julio, it's usually 1942, which is the top shelf of one of their higher marks. And they probably haven't really messed with that too much. I can't say that I've noticed any difference in Don Julio. In recent years, I've probably had some in March. We always have some at Wine and Food Festival. They do a big installation.
Yeah. Ramon said big talk is always big talk. Fair.
Talk is talk. That's fair.
But, we'll see. Like, we see the acquisition. We'll see how it works out. Like she was talking about with litigations with Don Julio and Casamigos, the same thing. We'll see. Because tequila wasn't as popular 10 years ago. So they're trying to keep up with the demand.
Yeah.
And they're trying to keep their flavor profiles consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see how that cookie crumbles. But speaking of other litigations, I have been looking into it, but how do you guys feel about Uncle Nearest? Let's talk about it. Nobody's talked about it in our community. I haven't seen it. Can we get some commentary on this whole Uncle Nearest receivership? If you guys don't know, they were sued by Farm Credit in Shelbyville, Tennessee, for over $100 million default on a loan. It is alleged that they inflated barrel inventory to get more from the loans, and acquired other lands, purchases, other things with the loan money for Uncle Nearest. So I have been seeing the things that Fawn has been saying, and I have been seeing a couple of things on TikTok, but on Instagram I have not seen any information or any kind of perspective on this Uncle Nearest lawsuit other than hers. Now, we know some people that have worked with Uncle Nearest who has stated some complaints over a year and a half ago. And all of this stuff is not a surprise. Now, some of the information is a surprise. And I am surprised. I am shocked, spooked, and nervous. Okay? All the things. But let's talk about it. I just have not seen people talk about it. That sad state affairs are brought a case in support. Okay, Ramon. Still absolutely love them and work with them whenever there's an opportunity. People need to let them grow and stop trying to bring them down. Okay. That's a fair perspective. But like I said, I see Ramon say he bought a case of support. You know, I respect that as well. No, I do. People are being very quiet about where they fall at in the Uncle Nearest space. I don't know what happened with this big loan, but I know on a smaller level, there have been reps and there have been clients, vendors that have worked with this company and they were paid hella late or they haven't been paid at all. I'm talking about people who market for them, people who look like me and you. We've seen it. Yeah. So I just want to hear more on the issue. It was loud and then it was quiet.
Yeah.
And I think this is the space for us to really be talking about it. I haven't seen anybody on their page talking about this Uncle Nearest lawsuit. And the people that I see on TikTok are people who are not even in the liquor industry that are talking about this. So I really want to talk. We haven't really worked with Uncle Nearest like that on that level.
Right. So we can't speak from that perspective.
We can't speak, but we have had people let us know about some of the injustices that they experience being employed.
And this is also even some white reps that work for the brands. This is not exclusive to just black reps or black ambassadors. We've spoken to white, female, former employees who worked and had complaints about compensation, about being asked to work above and beyond their job description and not being fully compensated for that, for meeting commission goals and then not being compensated for meeting those commission goals. So those are things that makes it difficult to support and advocate for the brand when you know on the back end the people that are working for the company are not being properly compensated for their work. And if you're being like, man, I'll take one for the team, but then you're buying property in France. And you're like, oh, I'll take one for the team, but then you're buying property in Martha's Vineyard. And like, I'll take one for the team, but when do I get my just due when it seems like on the front end, y'all are spending money freely? You know what I'm saying? Like, optics are very important in this industry. And when it looks crazy, people have to look back and reflect and be like, what are we really doing here?
Yeah. And when you look at the overwhelming support and excitement for Uncle Nearest when it first came to market, just the overwhelming excitement and support for Fawn. Like, we were looking at this like, oh my God, this is a breakthrough. Like, we are so happy. We are so excited. And it's really, really super unfortunate that this is the headline for this Black Spirits creator, because now people who have been doing this, we know people who've been making liquor their entire lives.
Yeah.
and this is what they do. They don't, and I'm not talking about Uncle Nearest or anybody else, but they're not putting a Nutri-Grain Spirit into a barrel and into a bottle. These people make their stuff from the grains, the fruit, and the veggies from their farms, and make their liquor. So this is their life. So these people are going to have a harder time now because this is a light that is shined on Black people and spirits. And hopefully it doesn't stain everybody, but it's a definite stain. And I just want to put that out there.
Yes. What there's commentary, and we want to hear your perspective.
Says, feel like they're all still up and coming, even though they're new. Feel like other brands have done the same, but nobody says anything. They need to, of course, better themselves, but people need to give it a chance. Agreed. This is where it's at now. This is giving it a chance now, because before there was no checks and balances. It was just the red carpet rolled out, and they could not do no wrong. So I'm not saying off with their heads. I'm saying accountability and realizing what's going on and understanding how important it is to be partnered with people that are in the industry already. So when these things hit the fan like this, you have the support of people that are actually in the industry. That's just me.
I will speak from this perspective. We went to Honeyland in 2022. And Honeyland, if you're not familiar with it, was supposed to be a music, food, and wine festival, bringing together culture and cuisine. And it also had headliners that were Black people in the music space and in the food and bev space. So Fawn Weaver partnered with Marcus Samuelson, who has Red Rooster in New York. He's on Food Network all the time. Like, he's a very popular Black man when it comes to culinary in the culinary space. He's always on Food and Wines, like very, very well known. And then Fawn, representing the beverage side of things, Uncle Nearest was a very prominent.
It was everywhere. It was everywhere
of the event. On the other side of that was the music side. Tems came out, Chloe Bailey came out,
Mary J. Blige
came out. Okay, they
Lucky Day.
Yes, Lucky Day. It was
Miguel.
it was a great lineup of people. But Live Nation handled all of the music, so that was separate from the food and beverage talent. We were not selected to be food and beverage talent, but we have friends who allowed us to get their VIP passes so that we could have access. We wanted to be able to see what was going on and hopefully make a play to be involved in the following year's festival. But there was no following year's festival. It was a one-off situation. It was, for lack of a better word, had issues from the beginning to the very end, especially on the beverage side of it.
As all first-year festivals have.
She's being very generous.
All first-year festivals have, like, some bumps in the road.
Absolutely. There were some things that were overlooked that should not have been overlooked. There were certain things that should have been taken care of, that if you had done even a little bit of an after backyard party function, you would have had better preparation for what they had at Honeyland. And the amount of people that came from far and wide, as far as influencers, beverage people, talent, there were too many heavy hitters in the room to have been treated like secondary talent. People came from DC, New York, Chicago, LA, who are big wigs in their market. Atlanta, and were treated like afterthoughts when they were supposed to be the headlining for the food and beverage side. Also, we thought our ticket included free food. It did not. It was a premium ticket that did not include any free food or free drinks. That's the problem, because when you pay that much money around here and you go to a food and wine festival, you want to leave drunk, and you may still leave a little hungry, but you've had some samples of some different food, but you're going to be drunk for sure. We were back in the VIP reception for food and beverage, and there was no beverages. There was no champagne, there was no wine, there was no cognac, there was no Uncle Nearest. So we all backstage with LaToya Luckett, because she was hosting the beverage side for some reason, and we had nothing to drink. So these are things that, if you had hired the right people to be in certain positions, those things would not have happened. But when you are trying to hoard all the money, hoard all the media credit, hoard all of the resources, people suffer. And that event never came back. And people were really wanting to be like, here, we'll give you feedback, we'll help you, we'll support you. But there was no discussion. It felt like a money grab.
Power play. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So when you invest and you go out of your way, because we expense that trip, thinking that we can be a part of the growth of something that's going to really platform Black people in food and bev.
And support our people.
Yeah.
Like, we support our people because we want them to support us. So when we see Tiffany Barrier on the lineup, when we see Jackie Summers, the McBride sisters, when you see Shannon Mustapher, Josh Davis, when you see these people on the lineup, you want to go support Cartier Brown. Yeah. So it's like, that's why we went. We went because we always want them to know that they have some cheerleaders in the background, and we were out in the rain.
Yes.
People were and serving stuff. We was up there with our raincoats on, hair up, supporting our people, because this being Black in the beverage industry is bigger than just having a name. Like, we need to have the support. Like I said, if Fawn had more of the support when she was going through this, there'll be more people stepping up from her in the industry. Let's take a look now and look and see who is defending and taking up for her and what's going on, and then the people who are not saying a word, who are big wigs in the industry. I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm just saying observe the surroundings. Just observe. She said, agreed. They think they got so big so quickly and didn't get organized and didn't organize themselves. Didn't get to organize themselves. They had time to organize themselves. They definitely had time. But need to do so now, and the opportunity to better themselves. I still got faith that they're going to come out of this stronger. I hope and pray. That's the goal. Yeah. The goal is to get a little and then get out, and then, tighten up. Become bigger, better, and stronger. Because I just feel like even when we first started, just being Black women in the industry, having cocktails, and even showing a shoulder or don't show a little bit of Cleveland, and it was so many negative tropes about us in the industry. And then you get this woman that comes in and coming from a very, very different perspective. But we glorify certain things and we don't acknowledge the people that's been doing this for a very, very, very long time. They said a timeout. Yes, they did a timeout. That's right. A little sit in the corner for 2 or 3 days type thing. Like, just gather it up. You got too many irons in the fire. And if you are honest about it, and if you come out really humble, not faux humble, I think that people will respect that too. But there have been people in this industry who have been begging and pleading to have an opportunity to work with them, and it wasn't good enough at the time. Or we're working with them and weren't given their value. So we got to stop this on all levels. Because if it was Bullet, I'd be saying the same thing. If it was, because all the whiskey companies are hurting right now. Yeah. But are all the whiskey companies $100 million behind on their payments? On TikTok, I don't know what that is, but I'll take it. All right. And someone on TikTok was asking, we're talking about Uncle Nearest and their situation where they were in litigation in Tennessee. Yeah. And we're just giving our experience working with the brand and what we're heard about in the industry. And we like you too, because I like a dialogue. Yeah. I like y'all. Like, we love a good dialogue, but we just gotta talk about it. And I hate in our industry because we're always scrapped for cash, and we're always trying to get the next collaboration that we stay mum to a lot of things. And a lot of people have had grievances with Uncle Nearest that have kept their mouths closed. And for me, I don't have a dog in the fight either way. It's not like we got a dime from them or looking to get a dime from them. Right. But we also want people to understand that I could come out every day and say, we doing this, we the first doing this, we this, we that, yeah. I can do that every day. But when you looking at the paperwork, people, this is the culture of exposure. Yeah. They're going to expose you. Whether it's the government, whether it's your ex-friends, new friends, enemies, people are gonna expose you. So
Trolls.
stay on task. That's all.
And if you're gonna talk that big talk, you got to back it up. You can't be out here saying you $1 billion company, you acquiring vineyards, you acquiring property in Martha's Vineyard, and then people come for their payment and you quiet. Now, all businesses carry debt. So I'm not even shading her for them being like, oh, you got some bills you haven't paid. That's very common in business. Look at your president. He didn't pay a lot of people he worked for. He worked for. So I'm not even mad about the
And
debt.
they're doing the same thing. A lot of people are turning a blind eye and not saying nothing, but when the chickens come to roost, everybody gonna come out with commentary.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do that. And then also, if you're going to, don't be someone who is profiting off of your own culture. Don't be a culture vulture. Don't come through and tell a story about, Black culture and privilege and being a part of a system,
What happened?
and then not profiting, compensating the people who are actually a part of that system. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. I'm out of drink.
I'm gonna say one because the drink is dry and the tea is hot.
I can't read that. What you say?
Where?
This last comment, yeah, I'm sorry.
It says, I like y'all. Exactly. Yes. Gotta do things smart.
You gotta move smart. You gotta move smart.
And not even always smart. Just a little smart.
a little smart,
Like,
man.
we all figuring this stuff out. A lot of us are the first to do things. We're all figuring this out, and we're very gracious because we want the grace as well.
Oh.
But I want people to talk as much as they was talking in their ear personally and say it out loud so other people can know. So when you know what you're doing when you're doing Operation Clear the Shelves.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. You know what you're consenting to.
Yeah.
So I just want that language to be out there. And if nobody's saying I'll say it, we can go ahead and say it.
Yeah, we're gonna say it. We're gonna say it. And keep it again because somebody has to, and we get access to some of these places and conversations and people. I was just talking to Capri Robinson earlier today. They are launching a competition in DC, so if you're interested in entering into Chocolate City's Best Cocktail Competition,
Love them.
they're bringing it back. And this year, the prize is, there's a money prize. There's also an experience in DC, a 5-day experience where you're going to be trained up. You're going to visit distilleries. You're going to be able to participate in seminars. Some of the top beverage influencers in the country. They want they want us. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great time, and we talked about some industry stuff too. You'll be surprised that people in your industry are suffering from the same problems that you are, and the solution is amongst you if you guys are actually communicating.
And we're all moving quiet, suffering in silence. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And it just be random, conversations where you'd be like, oh man, we could solve each other's problems if we were able to be in constant communication. But the way that the world works, we're always on this like hamster wheel of just moving and moving and moving.
Because
But
if you're not moving, then you're lazy.
Then
you're not doing anything.
You're stagnant.
Yep.
You gotta get to this point. But I appreciate your engagement. I can't see that far, so I can't even speak to your name.
They said I'm mad right now. I'm not sipping with y'all.
Well, get you a drink. Get you a drink, and we're gonna really try to be more active. We are headed to Charlotte this weekend. Let's talk about it for the Battle of the Babes cocktail competition. Our girl Morgan, who has a couple of spots in Charlotte,
The Babe Cave for one.
the Babe Cave, and she also has another one, Merchant and Trade.
Yeah, that Merchant and Trade is where they're doing the event.
There is where I think you can still get tickets.
Yes.
Use Cocktail Bandits, and as a discount code, you get some, I think 50% off, 15% off your ticket.
Yeah.
But it's all females in the competition.
Period. It's gonna be all ladies, and it's me and Johnny judging, as well as Marcus from the Black Food Truck Festival. So Charleston is holding it down in Charlotte on Sunday. The event starts at 3:00, so y'all get there early. It's gonna be brunch vibes. You know what I'm saying? Wear your little, flowy new fall attire.
And be ready to sip on some really curated cocktails. These ladies have put their creativity, innovation into these drinks. We're going to be very discerning.
Yeah.
And we're going to be very fair with our critiques. You know
Very
what I'm
much
saying?
so.
But we are happy to be involved in an all-female competition.
All right, says, girl, I definitely know. We gotta help the people helping you so we can be better. Yes, that's it. 100. Yes. That's all we're saying. I don't have a dog in the fight with Uncle Nearest, but we need to start calling people out. That's it.
What she said.
And we didn't even call them out. Everybody else called them out. But nobody else in the industry is talking about it. So, especially nobody from our side, I'm not seeing none of the fam talking about it. And maybe you don't want to be involved. That's cool.
Everybody will keep their face clean, but we are a part of a group chat of over 200 bar professionals around the country, and I promise you, there's plenty of commentary in the group chat, but nobody wants to go out because it's not even about working with Uncle Nearest. It's if another brand sees you talking crap about one other brand, they're like, man, if something goes sour with us, they may air us out the same way. So it's not even about working with them, it's about working with other products and other brands that you don't want to seem as if you're messy.
I agree with that. And I think that's why we have not talked about things for a very, very long time. We've been in this industry for 12 plus years in food and beverage. And together it's probably 30 years combined.
Yeah.
So it's like, how, that is why people can't be held accountable, because we're so scared that we won't get an opportunity. But what if you never got an opportunity with them anyway? So you kept your perspective to yourself, and you never got an opportunity with them, and you weren't able to help out other small and up-and-coming brands. One, to not think that they're nuts because why is nobody working with me, or why can't I get involved? And two, validated somebody who really did go through something with these companies.
Yeah.
It's hard out here. It ain't all easy.
It ain't all easy, and it's not all fun and games and sips
No.
and cheers. Okay,
No,
it's
not.
real business happening behind the scenes, and some people are not getting their just due. And we just want to be able to have creatives like us and other brands. We know so many small producers like Don's Bourbon, and there's a company out of Georgia, father and sons. They make bourbon and gin, who are not getting the backing that they probably need. Ingenious, I mean, we can really run down a name of
at least 10
right now who are not getting the brand support that they need. And a company like Uncle Nearest could have funneled some of that support. They were supposed to be funneling that support to these brands, and they did not. That's it. We will end the subject because
I see Ari right here again saying, especially in the Black communities, if we open up, there's that fear of losing your career. You know what? At the end of the day, our careers are always on slippery slopes anyway. So that's always a threat. It's always a fear to worry that if you actually say something or speak up, you actually can't have a job. Maybe there's something bigger meant for you. Maybe that job's not meant for you. Because holding this stuff in gets stressful. And that's where burnout comes from.
Yeah.
And that's where you lose the love for the industry. And we need people that love this industry in the industry, because we take care of people all day. That's what we do.
Yeah, hospitality.
So you gotta love it. If you just sit here to get a check, I don't even care about working with you anyway, because that's not why I'm here. But we have to take care of people who love this, so they can continue loving it, take care of the other people that don't want to be in this industry.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
She said true, but I really do see where y'all coming from, and I agree. Thank you, and we agree with you too. Like, we gotta support our Black women always. Yeah, but then we also gotta see what else is going on, and not even look at it as a Black woman, look at it as a company and what this company has been doing.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. We gotta hold our own accountable respectfully. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we also support our friend who said he bought a case. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Continue your support.
Keep buying the cases.
I just want you to consider sending that support to other outlets. If you know somebody who has a book or a product,
beer,
yes, a brand, Negroni Negroes, whatever you want to support, just spread that around, because there are some people who are already getting an abundance of support, and there are others who are struggling to keep their idea going. And if they don't get the support, that they will be disincentivized to continue doing it. And then we lose creativity, we lose gems, we lose receipts.
Right.
And I think we're coming up on an hour because these
they're kicking us off of TikTok, so we're going to mosey on off here. So we're going to try to do some lives in Charlotte, so you guys can actually see the Battle of the Babes competition in real life. And this will not be the last time that we work with Morgan and the Battle of the Babes. Hopefully we can do some collaboration in Charleston. So if you can't make it up to Charlotte, when we get together, y'all can come to Charleston and turn up and celebrate with us over there. But this conversation was amazing.
Yes. We're going to be back because I brought some social and sake
Yeah,
from
look
Japan.
how beautiful this bottle is.
And we haven't even got into it. Sneaker, we're going to do a whole thing about this experience to get into it.
Yeah, I mean, we surely did not. We talked about one thing today.
Lord have mercy. So you're going to get back to the scenes. We're going to be back next week with another live to talk about sake and social, my trip to Japan, and just my thoughts coming back to America and all that good stuff.
And also, if you guys get any Negronis this week, take a picture, tag us.
Yes.
We'll share all of them. It is Negroni week. We are drinking all the Negronis that we can. Don't try to do more than 2 if you've never had one before. Don't try to do more than 2 in one sitting. I'm just warning you. But we appreciate the dialogue, and hopefully we can build this community up more so we have a safe space to talk and we have a safe space to communicate and not feel inhibited by talking about real life things that's happening in our industry. But we love you.